Hey, this is Brian. I'm out here with, this is Oscar. You can see he's a little timid. Come here, buddy. And Oscar, come here. Your camera shot. Oscar, come here. Oscar. There we go. There we go. Have a leash for him right here, so we're just gonna have to make the best of it. So some of the things we're working on with him is that he's bitten some kids, but I can't blame him because they would run up to him and try and pick him up or try and pet him, and you know, and he's a timid dog. You know, but also I saw a lot of not only the timidity but the anxiety in him, and even when I tried to pick him up one time, he first time I picked him up he was fine with it, but he was in a very calm state, and the second time it was my fault. He was a little bit agitated, and that's good. A little shake off. He's a little agitated, and I kind of came up from behind to kind of scoop him up, and it surprised him, and he launched into a little tirade. But, you know, I let him kind of have that, and, you know, he kind of threw a couple punches, but we just kind of sat there and dealt with it, and he let it go, and I haven't had it happen since. The other thing on his walks, apparently he's one of the dogs that walks on the hind legs and constantly pulling and being reactive. And I had him out this morning on his second walk, and he was right behind us, you know. All right, we're on our Saturday morning walk, and we got a little rain coming down, not too much. Look who we have with us, Mr. Oscar. And Oscar's used to this sort of conditions. He just did a 40-mile hike in the Sawtooth Range in Idaho, but this is his second time out on this walk. He's doing awesome. So I think the key is with the dog, sometimes with dogs, is that when they just cleaning out some gunk in his eyes. When they come in, a big part of what I'm doing is allowing him to decompress. And for him, I just allowed him to be out here when I was working with the other dogs, and I would start to see him, instead of going to the gate looking for his owner, eventually he started finding areas to lay down and relax, you know. And so petting him over his head, which is not always a great idea, but I'm doing these things with him because he has to learn to accept that, especially if he's going into like a groomer, you know, or what have you. So again, a lot of these things, these behaviors can stem from a lot of anxiety, a lot of overstimulated, what I would say overstimulated behavior, or a dog that is constantly stimulated for whatever reason. That staying in that state of overstimulation for extended periods of time is what creates a lot of this anxiety, and then that in turn creates a lot of these behaviors. So again, I'm going to start pushing him. Like this morning we did our walk and he got wet and I got a towel. He was totally relaxed and I dried him off. You know, that would have been a bit of a challenge the first few days. You know, so at any rate, I think it's kind of key to look at that when these dogs come in, whether you're training or whether you're fostering or whether you just adopted a dog. You know, a lot of that introductory time is allowing a dog just to decompress with some structure, with, you know, a little bit of work and then some crate training, a little bit of work and then back into the crate, you know. So he's gone off to pee. So it's just kind of something that I always like to point out, instead of just taking a dog and trying to address their behaviors right away. A lot of times if you just let them decompress and you don't put a lot of demands on them from the beginning, you know, they can they can show you a lot, you know, and a lot of this stuff can kind of soften, you know, and then you can start kind of putting more challenges to the dog, you know, once he has that time to kind of decompress. So let me go and get Oscar. He's gone off screen here. Hang on a second. Come here, buddy. All right, so we're back. So anyways, this is Mr. Oscar. There's Juno back there keeping an eye on things. And we're gonna carry on with our day. Thanks for watching. Good job, buddy. Well done. Oh, big yawn. That's awesome.